Hello, and welcome to One North Maine, BCA's magazine show, where we highlight the people, places, and events that make your city, the City of Champions, great. Today, we're at Brockton High School. It's the 16th annual Mayor's Youth Summit. Come on and check out all the action.
Brockton High School students met for the annual Mayor's Youth Summit to discuss issues concerning Brockton youth.
So today we got several hundred kids coming in to learn about some resources that we have going on over the summer and year-round. We have college readiness, work readiness. We have community-based agencies. We have School on Wheels is here. Just a bunch of great positive things going on right now, and there's a lot of kids that are about to come in. So it's like the quiet before the storm.
Come on. Amanda Trash. Amanda, talk to me. Why are you here?
I am here to support the youth of Brockton like I do every year. Brockton High has its own culture, and it's something amazing to be a part of. Everyone's super supportive in our culture, and that's why I'm back, to be a part of the culture and to keep it going.
You know, this is a real powerful event. You know, it's an opportunity, you know, for the youth to really, you know, have a direct voice with the mayor and the superintendent and city officials. You know, there's no middleman. It's just youth, mayor, superintendent. You know, a direct, honest conversation about what's going on in the community and what ideas, you know, do they have that they can present to the mayor, what concerns do they have, and things that they enjoy that, you know, they want the city to continue to build on.
The Youth Jobs Program is critical to the city because it keeps, not only does it put some money into these kids' pockets, it gets them some valuable work experience, and it also keeps them productive over the summer. It's a resume builder, it's an experience builder, it's a character builder. Having a job as a young person is critical to their economic potential in the future.
Keynote speaker Kenzie Cleardonna spoke to the students about how thinking positively can and will benefit your life. Kenzie spoke about his struggles growing up, made him a stronger person today.
Yo, look, I see a lot of familiar faces here. You know, if you know me, raise your hand. Oh, word, okay. Oh, I know a lot of people. All right, give it up to yourselves too, because yo, I met a lot of beautiful souls in this city. I'm proud to be from Brockton, for real. Alright? I'm gonna be up here for like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna let y'all know a little bit about myself, my experiences in Brockton, and what I hope to see in this community in the next few years. To start off, you know, I'm born Haitian American. You know, shout out to my Haitians. Where y'all at? Alright? Yo, I was born Haitian, Haitian American, East Side. You know, I came up on the East Side all my life. Oh, no gang signs in here, no gang signs. I'm not repping the side to say, oh, forget the North Side. Nah, I got love for the whole city. I'm from the East Side, born and raised. You know, I came up unlike a lot of you guys because we didn't, you know, get sucked into our phones all day. We didn't play video games all day. We went outside, we played, we enjoyed the sun. You know, let the sun hit our skin. You know, we enjoyed each other's company. We are close with each other's, like, you know, the neighbors and all that. Like, who in here, does everyone hear me? All right. So, who in here has a very nice community, like, where they trust their neighbors? You know what I'm saying? Like, they you know, say you want some hot sauce, you go to their house, like, I need some hot sauce. You got some hot sauce for me? All right, word. Yo, look. It's great to come out. I'm about to move around. But it's great to, you know, just come up in a community like that because it teaches you a lot about who you are, right? For me, like I was born in a community where like there was drugs and violence surrounding me, but thankfully it never affected my like upcoming, because I had a great mother. My mother taught me great values about myself, you know, morals, you know, how to be a leader, and that's why I'm here today, because I came up pretty well, you know. But I'm better off than a lot of people here, and I know that, you know. So yeah, like I came up, you know, learning how to, you know, DJ. You know, I like playing instruments, doing music. But there was like a time in my life where, you know, I didn't really care for anything because I was depressed. You know, as a child, who in here, be honest with me too, alright? Who in here was ever depressed in their life? Whoever felt like there was stress, you know, like everything going on in your life is overwhelming, you know, and I don't know what to do about it. Word, I appreciate everyone's honesty in here, for real. So, like for me, you know, I felt like I was going through things that I didn't know how to like control or find a solution for. So, you know, I questioned myself a lot. You know, coming up in you know, elementary school, I went to the Pluff, and you know, shout out to the Pluff school in here. No? Alright, so, you know, I was doing great. I was doing great in school and all that, but you know, I dealt with something that was different, because being Haitian American at the time, you know, there was a lot of like kids who did not appreciate my heritage and where I'm from. So I used to be targeted. I used to be targeted as a Haitian American, and for that I was questioning who I am, what my identity is in Brockton. You know, so you know, that's just like one little piece of the whole puzzle for me though, because like life is very complex. Like us being here right now in the same room is complex within itself. Because, you know, a lot of you guys don't even know why you're here in the first place. Right? We're here because, well, for me, I'm here to speak to everyone here because I'm tired of, like, all the violence that's happening in my city. I'm tired of the lost opportunity that a lot of kids, you know, they make the wrong decisions, and, you know, they just like waste their lives, you know, going to prison or getting locked up. Here's something I learned. Your thoughts become words. Your words become actions. Your actions become a habit, and your habit molds your character. Now, I want everyone to repeat after me every single phrase I say. Alright? Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. And your habits mold your character. Okay, so before I go, I'm going to explain this real quick, okay? Real quick, and I want you guys to really, like, understand me and hear where I'm coming from. Don't listen to reply, listen to understand. So my thoughts become my words. If I was to sit here and think, like, I'm not going to be anything, you know, I'm not I don't really care about, you know what I'm saying, like, what's going on in class. I don't care about this teacher. So that's my thoughts, but it's also my words. It's your words that you're saying inside your mind, but it's something that it's gonna direct your actions. You know what I'm saying? So if your action is, I don't care about the teacher, I don't care about this homework, I don't care about the test, I'm not going to study, then what do you think is gonna happen? You're going to fail. Yo, look, when it comes to anything that you desire in life, you have to know yourself in order to be able to get that, and you have to know what you want. But if you do not know what you want, you're not going to get what you want. Okay? So, yo, every single day, we have to change our way of living in order to change what's going on outside. Because everyone knows what's going on in Baltimore, right? Everyone knows what's going on in Ferguson, right? Alright? So there's, okay, that's proof that there is other pressures that's going to be coming on you. Like when you get pulled over by a cop, you're going to be nervous for a second. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be alive, you know, to... you know, see what happens. You know, I'm not going to be allowed to go to the store so I could get a drink and some gum. You know? That's a harsh reality for a lot of us. So I need you guys to focus in on what your dreams are telling you. Okay? So if you want success got to be your thought. Success got to be your words. Success has to be your action. Success has to be your habit. And success has to be in your character. When people look in your eyes and they see how motivated you are, then they're going to see success when they see you walking by. Okay? That's where opportunities come. So one more time. I want you guys to repeat this one more time. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. And your habits mold your character. So now that I kind of like, you know, dumped it into your heads, I want you guys to understand this concept. With everything in life, even me right now, if you're looking at me right now like, man, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about. Man, he's whack. Man, I ain't trying to hear this dude out. Then that means that you're like just, you're not really thinking about, you know, the cause I can have on you right now. Because like what I'm telling everyone here is to do better for yourself and do better for others, right? We gotta, so we're the future providers for the society, we're future providers for our family, and for our friends, and for the community. Alright, so it starts today.
The students met in breakout sessions to communicate the problems they face in their everyday lives.
Okay, that's one of the facts. Anybody else? Who else thinks that the casino will affect them on an individual level? Not just like, oh, it's going to increase prostitution. How do you think it's going to affect you as an individual?
Yes. You know how we were talking about like the crime and prostitution and drugs and stuff? Yeah. Well, imagine if, like, as we said, like if someone gets mad or something, or they get very upset at like losing out on something. If I live very close to here and someone is like coming out of the casino very like angry, and then they go decide, like, I don't know why, but maybe like a break-in or anything like that.
Yeah. All right.
There's a possibility it could be my house or anyone's.
Well, you were born here, so your parents made it a home for you. It's where your personalities are established. It's where you link up and like make friends and like connect with people. This is home. What do we do to make it a better home?
And like we keep on saying the same thing over and over again, but like not one thing has changed. If they want us to like at least want to do something to help change it, they should at least like show us that they're starting something to make a change. Like, we keep on saying that we want a better Brockton, but we never, like, there's never anything to show us that we're going to have a better Brockton.
Yeah.
In the middle school, like, joking.
All right.
It's not going to be the best.
All right. How do you guys? Okay. So how do you guys think that we as kids could stop that? Or not? Let's stop talking about this.
Now, you live in the city of Brockton. What do you want to see in your city?
Less homeless people on the street.
Hey guys, so our group talked about the first 3 elements of wellness, which are spiritual, emotional, and physical. And our number 1 is?
Emotional. The most important key part is rules and merits to be changed in Brockton High School.
And our second one for spiritual was have faith in yourself, believe in what you want, and then go after it.
And for physical, we thought our key point was for there to be programs for everyone that benefit everyone in the community.
Hi, I'm Claudia.
I'm Mary Kate, and our topic is the casino in Brockton.
So some of the pros for the casino are more job opportunities, a decrease in unemployment, it brings more money to the city, There's more money for middle schools, the elementary school sports, more paper for schools, teachers' contracts, and substitutes.
But there are a lot of problems that we notice, including the increase of traffic and accidents, especially because of the area that it might be in. After a few years, revenue will go down because there's reports of it in other casinos. Crime, drugs, and gang activity will increase. Loss of money from the gamblers. No Brockton Fair, which is one of our staples, adds to Brockton negative reputation, and it's too close to the high school, which we think will bring in different incidents with the teenagers.
Hi, my name is Sarah Decimus.
My name is Kevin Adele.
Hi, my name is Jared Sources.
And we had Empowering the Youth.
I like to say that teachers take advantage of their power. And we would like more youth activities for the youth of Brockton.
And more summers to get our points across.
We are the next generation of Brockton, and we would like to get our point across for the adults to listen to us.
And we also want to speak our minds.
Too many restrictions at the Brockton High, and for example, cell phones, headphones, etc.
And we should have more meetings with the staff and faculty.
We would like to have field days with the houses at BHS, for example, the red house versus the green house.
And we should write a letter to the superintendent.
And more job for the youth.
And more volunteering work.
So in our room, we conferenced about the 3 dimensions of wellness, which were intellectual, environmental, and social. And these are some of the things we thought of as a group.
As a group, we thought that intellectual was using your mind, thinking, doing things that stimulated your brain, that people would strategize, and that intellectual is dependent on the kind of learning styles that people had. For example, there's kinesthetic, there's visual, and there's auditory, and we thought that intellectual was being cooperative. As a group, we also said that environmental was kind of a communication with the people in our community, which is also one of the things we thought. We thought that it was people around us, it was our neighbors, our surroundings, and that that we should have teamwork in our environment, and that we should that environmental. We also thought it had to do with nature.
And when we were conferencing about social, most of them said it was about communication, cooperation, and the thoughts and actions of others when you're speaking to them. And we did a compare and contrast table between face-to-face conversation and social networks. And what they have in common is they're both methods of communication. They can both show emotions through facial recognition or emojis on a social network, for example. And then they have different languages, like you could change the language of the keyboard you're typing on, or you could speak in a different language face-to-face. And then some of the differences they had was social networks, there's no facial expression whenever you're texting or you're using some sort of social network that uses only typing words. There are only emojis. That doesn't really show much about their face. And then there's no voice recognition because they're typing on a keyboard, and you wouldn't know if they're using sarcasm, if they're being funny, so that could cause some sort of confusion. And then face-to-face conversation, they would have expression, so you would know if they're being funny or if they're using sarcasm, so you wouldn't get confused. And you can see their face, so you would know if they're like funny with, like if they think what you said was funny, or if they thought what you said was like good, or whatever they thought. And that's what we learned.
The positive effects of social media is communication throughout Brockton. We can get together and hang out. Another positive effect of social media in Brockton is being aware of what's happening in our city. And another thing is confidence online.
Okay, so there's a lot of negatives with social media. One main negative in Brockton is the fact that we are spreading nudes, and that counts as child pornography. And also, it's a problem starter, and an effect is violence. So yeah.
Overall, social media has positive and negative effects on our community and the youth of Brockton, and we should all come together to figure out how to fix the negative effects.
My name is Reginald Hector. I'm part of Brockton Youth Council, or BYC. We're here at the Mayor's Youth Summit at Brockton High, Red Building. And our topic was on youth programs and opportunities. And I'd like to introduce Shyla and Bashara. They'd like to talk to you guys about what we did today.
today we discussed different things that the youth can do to help the environment of Brockton. And ways that we came up with was we could do volunteering work around Brockton. We could do different food drives. We could be a part of BYC at Brockton High. We could be mentors. We could do C5 and Youth Works, which is when we help different parts of Brockton and we do make Brockton prettier, like planting gardens or helping the homeless center. And yeah.
We also discussed that the youth can take a stand also, and they don't have to hide behind adults or depend on adults to make a difference, because the youth can also step up and help make a difference in the community and environment.
And everybody's voice counts.
In our classroom, we talked about a couple stereotypes and how a couple stereotypes that pertain to Brockton, and mainly about black people, Cape Verdeans, and Haitians, how black people don't know who their fathers are, or black people will never amount to anything in life, or how black girls are bald-headed and have no edges. We talked about Cape Verdeans, how they're geeky, they don't know how to speak English, or how Haitians dress like the rainbow and they smell bad. And then we have some stereotypes that pertain to Brockton specifically, how it's full of crime, how it's dangerous, there are a lot of gangs. Then we have the stereotypes for the West, East, North, and South. And then we have the stereotype that we hear about colored people seem to get accepted into colleges to increase diversity. So stop and ask yourself, are you a part of that stereotype? Are you contributing to it? Because if you are, you should stop and think, hey, maybe I should say something nice instead. Because if you take a stereotype away, if you think about it, we're all human.
And now I would like to welcome up our Mayor Bill Carpenter.
Well, first of all, I just want to say what a great job you did with the video, and that's new this year. And I think it was a really unique and creative way to share your ideas with me. And particularly because last year they had to then tell me afterwards, write everything down, because I couldn't remember it all. So this year I'll just replay the video a couple times and be able to recap all the suggestions. Some I can make a couple quick comments on now. Obviously, some of the things you talked about are school related, so I defer to Principal Walder and Superintendent Smith on school issues. But you certainly brought up a lot of things about growing up here in the city. So I appreciate hearing that from you. I have 6 children myself that are all grown up now, so I'm somewhat familiar with the challenges of kids growing up in the city here, and how many great opportunities there are, but also the fact that we've got some pitfalls that we need to help you avoid. And I really appreciated the piece on social media, because I think that's right on the mark. It's got some great advantages, but it's got some real problems also. And how do we figure out how to use it properly and protect people at the same time? So, I mean, even nowadays, I use social media. So I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. I have, I think, 4,000 people follow me on Facebook. So, you know, it's a good way to follow me around every day and find out what I'm up to. And I tweet a few times a day, and people like it because they can know what's going on with me on a day-to-day basis. So I think there's some great uses for it, but like the video pointed out, there can be some problems too. And how do we use it responsibly? And the opportunity piece is real important to me, because we talk about, I joined a group of mayors just a few months ago across the country, and the group is called Cities of Opportunity. And so it's a group of mayors across the country that are trying to address issues in our cities around creating opportunities, particularly for young people. So we talk about everything from job training to pre-kindergarten for every kid in the city. You know, it's a wide range of issues. So the opportunities piece is really interesting to me, and I'm looking forward to looking at your recommendations on that. And I think most of all, I just want to say thank you, because I think it says a lot about you guys that on a beautiful sunny day like today, you're in here helping me out with the summit, that it's you're that invested in our city and our school, and that's what keeps me optimistic about the future. And I think it was kind of alluded to in the video, once in a while, You know, we do have a bad day here in the city, and sometimes, you know, bad things happen, but we can't let that deter us from trying to make this a true city of opportunity and making sure that every kid that grows up in this city receives the same opportunities to be successful. And I'm committed to helping you do that in any way that I can. So thank you so much for participating in the Youth Summit this year. I'm looking forward to spending some time reviewing the video, and I guess if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, you might even get some responses to some of the things you brought up in the video, okay? All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you.
The highlight of my year is when I get an opportunity to come up to Brockton High, to visit youth out in the community, and to hear some of the concerns that you do have. I came in a little late. I did not get an opportunity to hear all of the video. I will make sure that I actually get a copy so I can sit along with our team and listen to your concerns. I want to again thank your principal, who does an excellent job letting me know what's happening at Brockton High. I've had opportunities to listen to Youth Voice in a smaller group, and I hope to expand that next year. So one thing I will tell you before I go is I want you to give a round of applause to your elected officials, your school committee, your city council, your legislators, because they don't forget that you're youth in the city of Brockton, and we want to make sure you have every opportunity available to you. So in closing, please give them a big round of applause to support your initiative.
Tom, what do you think about the Youth Summit?
It's great to see all the participation, to hear the kids' views and to hear what their concerns are. These are events that are wonderful so that we, as a school committee and as a city, can hear what the concerns are and try to make things better, because that's what it's all about. Views and to hear what their concerns are.
Well, that just about wraps up another episode of One North Main is in the books. If you want more information about Brockton Community Access, visit our website at www.bcatv.org, or you can visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/The Brockton Channels. For everyone here at One North Main, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We will see you around town.